Good morning, friends. I am Sushant Deshpande. Welcome to the YouTube channel of Ashok Vidyalaya and Junior College Science. Today we are going to see the fourth chapter of our syllabus and which is emerging technology. In emerging technology, we are going to see in this session the IoT, that is Internet of Things. This is very interesting topic, and friends, I request you that please stay with the session till end, because I am going to share with you some interesting projects of IoT. So let's start with what is IoT first. So when we say IoT, it's Internet of Things. That is, when we say Internet of Things, means as you must have analyzed and guessed that the things which are coming on the network is the Internet of Things. So basically, what is Internet of Things? Internet of Things is nothing but Internet of Things is the network. Network of what? Network of computers only? No, it is beyond that. It is the network of physical devices. It is the network of vehicles. It is the network of home appliances and other atoms we embedded with electronics, software, sensors, and obviously connectivity. So when all these things get connected over the internet, then that network is called as Internet of Things, right? So we can have not only computers. When we say a network or a LAN, that is one computer can talk with the another computer. Or when we say the radio frequency, Wi-Fi, then through router and modem, we can have the communication between two networks. But now here in IoT, beyond computer, our appliances, vehicles, devices can be connected, can be embedded with electronics, software, sensors, and through the connectivity of internet is called as Internet of Things. Right, guys? Let's move ahead. So what IoT does? As this particular diagram indicates, it connects all types of appliances and it collects the data and it exchanges the data. So what IoT does? IoT, that is the network. This IoT network enables the things for what? It enables the things for one, to connect, second, to collect, and third, to exchange data. So when we say the sensors, through sensors we can collect the data. Then on the internet we can connect it, and on the world of the internet we can exchange the data. So when we say what IoT does, IoT will enable us the things to connect. It may be the home appliances, it may be the physical devices, it may be any other thing beyond the computer will connect to the network. Then through that we can, through the sensors we can collect the data and we can exchange the data. What it creates an opportunity for direct integration of physical world with computer based systems. So up till now it was only the case that one computer can have communication with the other computer, but now the thing has gone beyond that. The computer based system can have integration with the non computer based system, which we call it as a physical world. So IoT gives the opportunity for direct integration of physical world to computer based system. What will happen with this? Obviously, this will result in efficiency improvement. This will result in economic benefits. So what IoT does, and nowadays, similar to a cloud computing, IoT is becoming the next generation emerging technologies, and everyone is now trying to use such type of network, trying to build such type of network, that is IoT, Internet of Things. Right, friends? Should I move ahead? Great. What is the scope of IoT? How that particular network, as we have already seen, what does it have or what does it contain? Now, when we say the scope of IoT, The IoT extends internal connectivity beyond standard devices such as desktop, laptops, smartphones, mobile, or any traditional non-internet physical devices can also be dumped, which is used in our everyday dumb device, which we are used to say it's a dumb device, not use. That also device can be connected over internet connectivity, and it can be a part of IoT. After embedded with technology, these devices can communicate and interact over the internet and can be remotely monitored and controlled. This is very one advantage or the scope of IoT, that once the device is connected, once device has come on the network of the IoT, then it can be remotely monitored and it can be remotely controlled. Right, friends? Have you understood what is the scope of IoT, what is the IoT, and what is the advantage of IoT? Let's move ahead and see what are the advantages of IoT. First is obviously the efficient resource utilization. If we know the functionality of a device, a particular device which we are going to integrate in the network, if we know the functionality of the device, how it works, it can definitely increase the efficient utilization of the resource and also monitor the natural resources. For example, the time which is ideal, the time by which that particular device is ideal, and because the instruction is not given by us, it will continue. For example, if suppose we say that the bulb is on in our room. Now, if someone is there, then it's okay. If the bulb is on, the resource is utilized. But if suppose there is no one, then unless we switch off that button, the bulb will not be off. So this will be the consumption of electricity without any use. Instead of that, if we use the IoT, and if the presence of a person can be sensed by the IoT, by a system, so as soon as there is no one in the room, and if automatically the bulb gets switched off, wow, what a great application is it, isn't it? This will save what? The resource, the efficient utilization of natural resources. This is the main advantage of IoT. Second is minimum human efforts. Human is always lazy. So he tries to give all the work to the machine. So by getting the machine on and off, that particular part has been transferred to the mechanism, to the internet with intelligence, and that will save the efforts of human being. Third is time saving. No, sorry. Why time gets saved? With IoT platform, the sensors will sense the information automatically. The automation will be possible, and that will reduce the human efforts and will save time. Then the major advantage, next advantage of IoT is enhanced data collection. Thus, there are the sensors available. By if we say that we can collect the data manually, it is hardly possible in case of weather, sound, pollution, etc. Now, if we want to take any decision and if we want a survey to be done, then that data can be collected through the sensors. The sensors can send the data, can store the information in this IoT particular network. Then the artificial intelligence will take place. That artificial intelligence will find out the patterns from that data through the machine learning and can give us the result and can give us the predictions, which will be helpful for the decision making. And last is it improves the security. The IoT based security devices can make home and offices secure. We are going to see in the last session, I am going to show you the 7 top IoT based projects so that you can understand the implementation of the Internet of Things. So these are the advantages of IoT. Let's move ahead and see what is this, what are the disadvantages. Disadvantages as you say, as we see that the devices are connected to the network, so obviously what will be the issue? Right, you are absolutely right, privacy will be an issue. So without active participation of users, IoT can provide personal data. But nowadays, if you see mobile is also on the one of type of internet of things, because mobile is already 100% connected. We can get and track all the information of the user. But with the other side, the advantage is many applications are possible on the mobile. Second disadvantage is, as you have seen, there are many systems which come into a same platform. So the integration is important, which is the sensors are there, software is there, then data science is there, then machine learning is there, so then electronics is there. So it becomes very complex. But it's a combination, a good combination of electronics, embedded electronics, software, sensors, and data science as an artificial intelligence, with which you can connect the dumb devices, or you can connect the devices beyond computer based system to a computer based system, and which will form the network of internet of things. What are the applications? Let's see the applications. After this, we are going to see the 7 big topmost projects where the IoT is used. But some of them are smart lighting. The illumination of light is controlled on basis of day of light. So as the day starts coming up, the sun starts coming up, obviously what will happen? The light required will be less, because natural light will be sufficient. In that case, we can control this illumination of light from our bulb or tube light the depending on the day of the light. So this is what the sensor will sense: the day of the light. It will be stored, the data will be stored. From that data, the pattern will be come out as the artificial intelligence, and the control will be given to the rotator, or control will be given to the electronic system, with which the change will happen automatically, and the electricity supplied, current supplied to that bulb will become less, and the lightning or illumination will come down. This is with which the platform gets generated, which is called as IoT. Second is smart thermostats. It allows to control and monitor home temperature remotely. For example, suppose the temperature of any, say, boiler, the temperature goes down, or temperature of say room, it goes above 25 degrees Celsius, then automatically it will start cooling up. Now, if you say for the AC should not be less than 24 degree or 23 degree, automatically it will start up. Such type of automation is possible with this thermostat. The next application is smart locks and garage door opens. Password or facial recognition based doors and locks are now the new systems which are coming up in the smart townships, where you have to enter first of all the password, then you have to take your picture, the camera will take your picture, that picture, that is facial recognition, if it matches, then the door will open, so that it recognizes that you are the owner. Or for the visitors, the facial recognition will be done, the photo will be taken, then it will be sent to the owner and the database, and the owner, first is database, then database will check whether it is matching with the owner or not. If not, then the message will be given to the owner on his mobile, that should we allow this particular visitor to come in your enter into your home or not. This is the way with which different devices and people and technology have come together, which is the formation of, or the application of, Internet of Things. Last but not the least application is smart traffic signals. As you are aware, if you see in Pune, in Chatushrungi Road, from Senapati Bapat Road to Chatushrungi, from Balbharti to Chatushrungi, you might have observed that once you get a green signal, till last Chatushrungi signal, you will get the green signal only. Or if there is no traffic, then all signals will be green. And according to the traffic, the signals will be maintained. It can be also arranged in terms of holidays or the day work, all the or the working days. So such type of intelligence is generated by collecting the data, Once the data is collected, the current position of the traffic will be analyzed. Number of vehicles will be analyzed by taking the picture, and it will be compared with the stored data. So the pattern will be established. That pattern will give us how much time will be the red signal should be on or the green signal should be on, and automatically that electronic device will switch on or switch off to give red, yellow and green signals. Right, friends? So this is a great opportunity now, and you are very fortunate that you are learning such type of great innovations, and there is a great chance of your career similar to the cloud computing, this IoT, who are interested in electronics, in software and embedded systems can have a great future for this particular IoT. Right, friends? So now the interesting point has come. Just wait for 15 minutes. This is the 15 minutes video I am going to share with you, which will give you the top 7 IoT projects. Friends, please see this particular video till end so that you will come to know what we have discussed right now, how actually in practical it will be implemented. Thank you. So give me 2 minutes. I'm going to share this particular video. So let's see this top 7 IoT projects.
Now, before we talk about each of these projects, let me start off with a simple introduction to what is Internet of Things. Internet of Things basically is a concept or a technology which aims to connect all the devices to the internet and help them communicate with each other using the internet as a medium. Now, these devices can be anything. It could be a TV, it could be a mobile phone, it could be a watch, even your car as such. Anything that can be connected to the internet can be considered as a device for Internet of Things. The intention of using internet as a medium of communication is to help you achieve a wider and a greater reach with respect to these devices. Again, the end aim of Internet of Things is to help you create a smart world that's out there. Now let's talk about each of these projects. Let's start with number 7, which is a biometric system. Now, a biometric system is something that we always encounter on our daily basis as well, because we always either use a fingerprint sensor or we use an iris scanning. So it depends from organization to organization. But how does this actually work? The system there, let's take in case of this example, has a fingerprint scanner. Now, the first time that I'm presenting my fingerprint, it scans the fingerprint and considers this as part of an enrollment process. From this fingerprint template, what it does is that it extracts certain key features which makes it different from others and stores it into a database. From then forward, every time that I place my finger on top of this fingerprint scanner, it creates a template and compares this with all the templates that's present in the database. If it matches, then it correspondingly, let's say, gives me an attendance or lets me access a door. If it does not, then it raises an alert with respect to that same. Now, this is just a foundation. Now, as I said, this biometric system can be fingerprint, it can be iris scanning, or it can be a combination of both as well. Voice recognition system is one of the key products in the biometric domain. Next, we have smart irrigation system. Now, I'm someone who personally likes gardening a lot. Now, this is something that would really make my life easier, because usually what I do is that on Sundays I spend about 2 hours just watering and looking after my plants. Through a smart irrigation system, what it does is that it checks the moisture present in the environment or in the water lanes that I have created. Now, to help you understand how it works, usually there are two main Internet of Things devices that are used here, which is the Arduino board and the Raspberry Pi. Your Raspberry Pi becomes the main processing unit, and I place an Arduino board for each of my water channels. These Arduino boards themselves are connected to multiple sensors which are part of this water channel. So what these sensors do is that they check the moisture present in these lanes as such. So let's say a specific lane does not meet the minimum required moisture, then what it would do is that it would send a signal to the Raspberry Pi. Again, all these devices are connected on the same wireless router network, and the Raspberry Pi would identify the lack of moisture and pass a signal to the relay. The relay in turn would initiate the water pump and water would be pumped. Now, in order to ensure that water is not wasted, we would create gate controls, and only the gate where the moisture is less would the gate be open. Once my sensor detects that the moisture level has gone beyond my required level, it would again send another signal to the Raspberry Pi asking it to stop the pump as well. So this in turn helps you to save a lot of water and also makes your life quite easier as well. So after this, your only task in your garden would be either setting up new plants or creating new water channels as such. The next project in our list is a security camera and door unlock system. Now this is something that's quite interesting, and I've personally tried this out, and it's really something that you should try out as well. Here what happens is that you place a camera on top of a door, which in turn clicks the photo of a person who comes into the frame. Now, this photo is again sent to an analytical system, which in turn compares this with all the photos that it possesses in order to identify whether to let the user open the door or not. Now, an evolution to this is that if it does not find the photo of that person, it can notify the concerned person that so and so person is trying to access this door. Would you like to authorize this person and add his information to the database, or would you like to deny the access to this person as well? Usually this is used in areas where you have high sensitive information stored in order to maintain a strict control to the access to this information as well. Another usage of the security camera and door unlock system can be even at our homes, when we can identify who's come at our home when we're not there and either decide to give them access to our homes or not. Now, the next thing is something that we all really desire to have, which is a smart home system. A smart home system can be something that really makes our life quite easy. Starting from energy management, where the light control systems, the AC, the appliances that we use, the thermostat, all this is managed. In short, trying to cut down the power consumption that's taking place. My door management system is also part of this. My security system is also part of this. My water management system again becomes a part of this as well. Again, these are key things that really stands out in the smart home system. But again, what I would personally recommend is that a smart home's limitations is where our imagination stops. Anything that you wish to automate or wish to make your life easier can be part of a smart home system as well. Now, a smart home usually is going to be a base for our next project, which is a smart city. A smart city is an evolution of a smart home. Here, it's not just the sensors of a single home that is connected. Here, it's a correlation or a network or a connection between various organizations, various domains, as well as various segments of that city as a whole, as such. Here, the life of every single dependent person in that city becomes easier as a whole as well, and in turn will really help develop that city to greater extents as such. Now, the key factor here for a smart city is a government support as well. And if governments are really willing to take this step, then I hope we would see a smart city completely built on Internet of Things, maybe in the next 5 to 10 years as well. Now, the next project is something that really stands out on a personal level. This is Zelda's Ocarina controlled home automation system. This is personally something that I feel is the closest to a smart home system, where most of the elements of the home is completely controlled by an ocarina. What Alan Pan has done here is that he's created a node-based recognition system which completely automates his home. But rather than telling more about this, let's just look at a quick video which will give you a glimpse into how he has done this and what has he done. Next on our list, at number one, if you've not already guessed, is Jarvis. Jarvis is the artificial intelligence system that Facebook's creator Mark Zuckerberg has built for his home automated system. I'm quite sure you've already seen the video of Mark Zuckerberg interacting with Jarvis, which has Morgan Freeman's voice. And if you've not, here's a quick glimpse into the same.
Good morning, Jarvis.
Good morning, Mark. It's Saturday, so you only have 5 meetings. Room temperature is set to a cool 68 degrees.
Earlier this year, I started building a simple AI to help run our home. I talked to Jarvis using this app I built. It uses artificial intelligence to understand me and figure out what to do.
Max woke up a few minutes ago. I'm entertaining her.
All right, let's go check on her.
Good morning, Max. Let's practice our Mandarin. Ning yu, xiao shong mao,
Jarvis, your Mandarin is so soothing.
she.
Jarvis also helps me get ready in the morning. Fresh shirt.
Fire in the hole.
Hell yeah. Jarvis knows when to make me breakfast.
Your toast is ready.
All right. It's time for my call with Shrep. Can you get him on the video conference line?
Setting up the VC room now. Remember to check on the AI guidance system for Aquila.
One of the best things about Jarvis is it could recognize people at the gate, let them in automatically, and then just tell me about it.
Mark, your parents are coming in.
Thanks, Jeffrey.
It's Jarvis.
And Jarvis can play all of our favorite music. Hey, play us some good Nickelback songs.
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm afraid I can't do that. There are no good Nickelback songs.
Good. That was actually a test. Okay, how about just play some songs that our whole family likes?
The itsy bitsy spider climbs up the water spout.
What? I'm a dad now. This is what I listen to.
Now, what you need to understand here is that Internet
So friends, amazing, na? Is it interesting? Great. So I just wanted to show you the scope and different advantages and how far this IoT is now going to be. That's all for today's session, friends. This is the session for IoT. I hope you must have enjoyed this. Thank you.